We are following breaking news right now. Fire crews just put out a fire in the Sherman Heights area. This happened near F Street and the 94 off-ramp. Firefighters say the fire started in a storage container next to a home and an apartment complex. You can see lots of firefighters out here just keeping an eye on things. That ladder extended in case they have to go back and put out more flames. We've been seeing some smoke smoldering here. Fire crews say the storage container had electric bikes with lithium-ion batteries inside. The official cause not known. It was just back in November when a raging fire engulfed an East Village pedicab warehouse. That one was under investigation for a while, and there were concerns over the lithium batteries that were inside of that facility. So the hazmat crews also on scene at this latest fire in Sherman Heights here. Nobody was hurt in this. 7 people had to be evacuated, though, again, near an apartment there, although some nearby cars were also damaged. F Street to the 94 off-ramp is closed right now because of this. You can see some residential buildings and then that larger apartment complex to the right there, as our photographer shows you there, quite a few people living there. So again, we'll have the latest on the evacuations, whether anyone was injured in this and what may have sparked this fire at this Sherman Heights location here. Our newsroom making calls. We'll stay on this breaking story and bring you updates here on CBS 8.
And also, we want to continue with more breaking news. Religious broadcaster Pat Robertson has died. He created the Christian Broadcasting Network and was known for his show, The 700 Club. He also created the Christian Coalition, which became a major political force in the 90s. Robertson ran the Republican nomination for president in 1988, but he did lose. He was controversial. Robertson was criticized for his remarks on the LGBTQ community, feminism, and also liberal organizations. Robertson has now died at 93 years old.
That's such a familiar face to so many people, right? Our other story we are following here this Thursday morning, a new program for first-time homebuyers in San Diego about to be announced here. I'm Eric Conrad.
And I'm Dana Marie McNichol, filling in for Neda Arampur. Now, we do have CBS 8's Chris Groh. He's live right now in Mira Mesa to explain what that Housing Commission is doing today. Chris?
Yeah, good morning, Eric and Dana Marie. And look, what this will be geared towards are families of color. So we're talking about Black, Indigenous, as well as other communities of color. And this is geared towards first-time home buyers as well, too. Now, this is a pilot program, but we are learning some very key details. So take a look at your screen. These are some of them that we have so far. Now, as for what this will do is that this will allow for people to access money for a down payment. It'll be about $40,000 for those that live in the city of San Diego. And that $40,000 will be made up of $20,000 grant and a $20,000 loan. Now, that loan is deferred with no monthly payments required for years 1 through 7. And starting in year 8, the principal and interest are combined into one monthly payment over the next 96 months. Now, as for income qualifications, you are eligible as long as you earn up to $150,000 of, 150% of San Diego's area's median income, and that's currently $175,000 per year for a family of 4. Now, the maximum home price is $1.25 million. We are going to be learning just a little bit more about this pilot program at 1 p.m. today when the Housing Commission goes ahead and officially announces this and holds a media conference. But we will continue to post details about this program, including how long it will potentially last. So you can continue to check for updates at CBS8.com as well as right here on CBS 8. Eric and Dana Marie.
Thanks, Chris. Today, MTS will hold a closed-door emergency meeting to discuss the ongoing bus driver strike. Right now, hundreds of bus drivers are striking against the MTS contractor Transdev. It's been going on for almost 5 weeks. This is after they rejected the company's latest offer over the weekend. Drivers are now calling on MTS to step in and remove the contract from Transdev. The drivers are demanding access to restrooms, places to take breaks, and better pay.
New this morning here, a woman is under arrest accused in a crash that killed an e-bike rider in Carlsbad. This crash happened back in August. 35-year-old Christine Embry was killed. She was riding with her toddler, who is okay. Police just announced they arrested 42-year-old Lindsay Trammell last month. The UT reports Trammell is being charged with misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter and that she did remain at the scene of the crash and cooperated with investigators. She is pleading not guilty. This crash was one of 2 deadly incidents involving bikes that led Carlsbad to declare a state of emergency. New this morning, the man who died in a dirt bike accident in Ramona on Tuesday was a BMX star. Officials identified the man as Pat Casey. He was part of USA Cycling's inaugural 2018 BMX Freestyle National Team. In fact, he medaled at several X Games, taking home a gold in 2021. He was a husband and father of two. Friends and fans have been sending their condolences over social media. CAL FIRE Captain Brent Pascua says they knew the situation was dire when they got the call.
Patient had gone off a jump, did not land with the bike, landed on the ground, and then the bike landed on top of them as well. So we knew it was a serious accident.
Paramedics tried to revive him for an hour before pronouncing him dead.
And this morning, taxpayers spending money on overtime for City of San Diego employees, that continues to skyrocket. Overtime costs in 2022 spiked to $126 million compared to the $113 million in 2021. The fire department paid more than $52 million in overtime, a slight decrease from 2021. The police department spent over $43 million, almost $7 million more than the year before. The president of San Diego's Police Officer Association says the department is currently 200 officers under budget. He says staffing shortages are leading to more overtime.
We need to hire other officers to fill in these gaps because our officers are really getting burnt out.
The City of San Diego says it's actively working to fill current vacancies with recruitment efforts underway. Mayor Todd Gloria has also proposed increasing the current overtime budget for police and fire in the upcoming fiscal year, which starts July 4th.
I want to make sure that we understand that we could do more when the...
You don't have beds. There's no beds, Todd Gloria. I have some.
Protesters are speaking out against a proposed homeless encampment ban in the city of San Diego. They held a demonstration during a news conference with Mayor Todd Gloria, who is promoting the unsafe camping ordinance. Some held a banner that read "Two-Faced Todd," calling on him to plan and not ban.
If the ban were passed, it would actually make things a lot worse because it would be displacing folks from where they currently are. It would be moving folks away from from services, away from places that they feel are safe, for example, schools, shelters, etc. And it's really, in effect, it's not actually a solution, right? So instead of getting rid of homelessness, really it just makes it less visible by moving folks into other neighborhoods.
City's policies are getting criticism from all sides as the issue becomes more polarizing and politicized. CBS 8's Carlo Cicchetto talked to Mayor Gloria, who defended his policies.
Unfortunately, most folks decline those services, and when the taxpayers of the city are, as in my proposed budget, going to expend over $200 million to service the homeless, no cannot be an acceptable answer when there are services available. Again, the city is providing a tremendous amount of resources. Other cities that you often will compare us to provide literally no shelter beds, but they're providing the enforcement. That actually is driving people into our city, and that's absolutely unfair. I've seen other mayors go on television and claim that they've ended homelessness in their city, not explaining that they're doing that by putting their homeless people in the city of San Diego. For the taxpayers that I work for, that's unacceptable.
We're going to build on that a little bit. There is a group of Republican leaders in the county who are going after the way money is being spent and some of the policies. One is actually running a video on social media and some other places. Let's take a look at part of that real quick.
In the past 3 years alone, the state has spent $10 billion. But until we change the underlying policies that allow people to live and die on the streets, no amount of money can solve the issue.
It's Coronado's mayor running this ad, criticizing the way money is being spent, talking about a county issue, but the video is all city of San Diego. What's your reaction to people saying that the money's not being spent well? It's not being effective.
Well, I think it's true when only a few of us are actually doing anything about it. If you're not actually building new housing, particularly affordable housing, if you're not providing homeless services, shelter beds, outreach efforts, then you're actually, I don't know what you're complaining about because you're not spending any money on this issue. We are. And what you're seeing is people coming into our city because we provide those services. That's why the unsafe camping ordinance is very important.
Or you can go to CBS8.com for that full interview. The San Diego City Council will be voting on the unauthorized camping ordinance next Tuesday. It would allow the city to clear out homeless encampments in locations considered to be at risk for public health and safety. Taking a look outside here on this Thursday morning. Boy, yeah, oh, gray behind you there.
Hey, gray,
Surprise,
but there are a
surprise.
couple spots, for example, right outside of our studio here in Kearney Mesa, where we've got a little bit of blue. Now, that marine layer, it is surging back on shore. Here's another live look that we have that is showing a little bit of a break in the clouds. There are some spots that are enjoying some of the blue between about 5:40 when that sun came up and now 6:10. Sunset's going to come at 7:55, and looks like we're going to continue through the rest of the morning with those marine layer clouds surging on shore. They'll join us for a good portion of the AM hours, and then by the PM stretch, we're expecting a lot more sunshine in the mix. Today is going to be another day where AM clouds are the theme, PM sun is also the theme. Upper 60s along the coast, 70s inland. Temperatures are a few degrees warmer than where they were yesterday, and we can celebrate that yesterday downtown San Diego made it to 70 degrees. We are expecting some of our inland valleys, Santee, El Cajon, Campo, Ramona, to make it to the mid-70s, about 75 degrees this afternoon. So it's going to be a really mild day overall, but in many cases, most cases in fact, we will still be cooler than normal. Take a look at what your temperatures are like walking out the door right now. 60 in Carlsbad, 57 in Del Mar, 60 in El Cajon, and 54 in Alpine. A little bit colder of a start to the day in Alpine as well as Mount Laguna. Let's take a look at your border wait times as you step out the door. It's 6:11 now on the clock, and right now the wait time for the general line at the San Ysidro Port of Entry, 20 minutes in total. It'll take you longer to get through the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. That's a 45-minute wait. You can head to cbs8.com/traffic. That has the latest on what our roads look like here across our county. Back to you.